Howdy, partner. So you want to learn if the SMOROBOT Tank X1C robotic cordless pool cleaner is right for you? Well, you're in luck. I'm going to show you today. Today, we're going to open, unbox, and check out this SMOROBOT Tank X1C. I'm really excited about this. Our friends at SMOROBOT sent us this robotic pool cleaner and said, go ahead and check it out and try it out and see how it goes. So we're going to do that today. We'll also link it in the description in case anybody's interested in checking it out for themselves. But I'm not big on unboxing, just a quick opening. We do have an instruction manual here I've already read, and then it's well packaged. It comes with a couple spare parts as well as some gear to clean it. And then we have a retrieval hook, which we'll show you later. Charging manual. And then in here, nicely wrapped in foam, is going to be your SMOROBOT Tank X1C. Now, this thing weighs about 25 pounds, I think, and it is a pretty sturdy, pretty hefty machine. It's pretty neat because it comes completely ready to go, and we're going to walk you through some of the features about it and talk to you a little bit before throwing it in the pool. So this thing, really, tank is a good name because it is built like a tank. This is a nice machine. So what you're going to have, you have a nice carry handle here for one or two hands, and it's got these tracks instead of wheels. And when these tracks turn, you also turn these scrubbers here, which directs all the suction down into a little door. That door catches your leaves and whatnot, which you open in the back, and then you have this retrieval box. So once we get it cleaned out, we'll give it a test. This has obviously never been used before, but the bottom of the box opens up, and you can rinse it out. It's pretty good capacity, so we'll see how it goes. Now, they say that with these robotic cordless pool cleaners like this, it's supposed to have the same power. It only goes in one way. It goes in this way. All right. It's supposed to have the same power as a plug-in pool cleaner, but you don't have to deal with any cords or anything like that. You just go ahead and charge it right here. And I really like this. You charge it, and it has a screw-on waterproof cap. So we've charged it, and then we just screw that on to make sure it stays pretty safe. Now, if you look at our pool, you can see we had a big party, and we didn't clean it in about a week. So we've got leaves everywhere and everything else. Left it intentionally dirty so we can really test out the SMOROBOT. Now, this is a big pool. It's about 35,000 gallons. So this is going to be a good test. This machine is supposed to run for about 2.5 hours, and there's two settings. One is standard, which does the floors, the walls, scrubs the water line. Another one is floor only, which is your normal setting that you do to pick up debris like this. Today, we're going to do the standard, run it for a full 2.5 hours. If it needs to recharge, then you recharge in about 2.5 hours. And we'll check it out, see how the suction goes, see if it really has much power as it's supposed to do, and see how nice and clean it can make our pool. So, stay tuned and we'll walk you through the steps of turning it on. So when you're ready to turn on the SMOROBOT, again, you want to pick standard or floor only. We're going to go with standard, and it's going to turn on these lights in the front. Hopefully you can see those in the sunlight, but you got to wait till 2 yellow lights start flashing. And when 2 yellow lights start flashing, that means that it's ready to go into the pool. So we're going to wait just a second for that to happen. And right now, we have green, and then we have, okay, there's the yellow lights. So once the 2 yellow lights right there and there are flashing, hopefully you can see it in sunlight again. Make sure you close your charging thing, and then you're going to set it into the water. And you want to let all the air come out. And once all the air comes out, then you're going to let it sink to the bottom. It's got a little fan here that holds it down on the bottom. And it's going to sink to the bottom, run a couple diagnostic tests, and then within about 1 to 2 minutes, it should begin cleaning the pool. This is the first test for this again. So we sank it down to the bottom. Now this pool here goes down to about 8 feet. Right there is about 5 feet. And we will see how it goes. So now it's starting to stir up the water all the way up the surface. Like I said, it's about 5 feet deep. And at this point, those tracks should start to turn. And there it goes. It's going to start to clean the floor. So we'll see how it does. Now this robot is supposed to have a very methodical mapping. It's not random, so it's going to map the floor of the pool. If you had a square, it'd probably be easy. This is a free-form pool, and it's going to map it and make sure that it's getting all that debris. So let's see how it does over here with some larger piles of debris. Here it is cleaning the wall, and it's going to climb up and do a really nice job scrubbing that water line. It really has no issue staying on the wall. It scrubs it very, very well. let's show it running around the pool a little bit. Well, it is all done. The SMOROBOT has docked itself in the corner, and if you see the whole pool, it did a really, really good job. It ran for at least 2.5 hours. I was looking at that timer, and it just kept going and going and going. So it may have gone a little more than 2.5 hours, but it did a great job on that one sweep, and got nearly everything. So now we're gonna get out of the pool and talk a little bit about it. So I showed you when we opened the box, it comes with this little hook here, and you can put this hook on any of your pool or net brushes, any of those poles, and you use that to lower it down into the pool. And then you want to go ahead and find that big blue handle, and you're just going to use it to go ahead and grab that handle, and then you bring on up out of the pool. Walk a little bit this way with it. Whoa! All right, we got it. So it's going to have some water in it. You want to go ahead and dump some of that water back into the pool. And then let's see how the trap is back there, how good it did on there's a little latch here. And we see that this door here flaps open, and there's a lot of debris in there. I can tell you right now, normally you would hit this with a hose or something to clean it out, but there is just a ton of debris of all different sizes, small stuff, big stuff. This is really quite a mess that it cleaned out of there. So you'd hit this with a hose, you'd rinse it off, snap it back together, and then go ahead and set it back into here and close it up. Overall, very happy with the SMOROBOT. So what's really neat about this thing, it has a lot of power, no cords, ready right out of the box. Just go ahead and throw it in the pool, and it cleans your pool, which is much nicer than some of the other trickier pool cleaning apparatuses they have. It also has this big track, which did really well with climbing the walls and all the different obstacles and freeform pool and everything else. Definitely, I think it's pretty cool. It's our first time using it. We're gonna go ahead and charge it up, and we'll keep using it for another few months and probably do another video or two about it. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. And remember, all these videos, if I can do it, you can too.